Hey, what's going on, guys? This is MaddenDvinik bringing you episode number 2 of Marathon to 3,600. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and Free My Apps is once again sponsoring this video with $50 worth of gems, which is not going to be enough to do any upgrades on defense or offense, but it will be enough to hook us up with the army gemming today, and that's what I'm going to be using it for. So if you want some free gems yourself, go ahead and use that link on your screen and down in the description. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get this started. So I did lose a defense 2 trophies from the previous episode, so we fell just 2 trophies below, which is no big deal. So let's go ahead and get started with our first raid here. I love attacking this base just because of the way the center is set up, but today we're gonna see some miracles happen, and so stick around. It's a really good episode full of action. I'll explain why I wasn't in Quantum's Web for about 3 days, and all that is going to be explained in this episode. So what I did here is I am still using the Go Wee Wee attack strategy, and I actually switched to Go Wipe right now, and I'll explain later in this episode when we start using it. Actually, I don't know if I'm using it in this episode. Okay, never mind, but I did switch to Go Wipe. Anyways, the Clan Castle troops are coming out here, so I'm going to go ahead and drop a lightning spell on them, and I'm not really going to worry about dropping any freeze yet. Now the heroes and the golems are at the center core, so now I don't have any more wall breakers, so I really have to rely on the queen to break that town hall. And actually the king did go ahead and break through, but then he died right away because he's just a little low health for this type of attack here. But the queen was able to go ahead and break that town hall down. I activated her royal ability, and she was regenerated with a bunch of health and was able to use those fiery X-bows to bring that stuff down. Now we're obviously very far away from 50%, so only 1 star for this one, which is alright. It brought us 5 trophies, so we're going up to 4,000 or 3,403. Yeah, I wish I went up to 4,000. Alright, so next one is a crab base. Love attacking this one. As you see, I went ahead and dropped a Barbarian in there, and the giant bomb did go off. Now I know there's another one on the other side, but unfortunately my wall breaker didn't go to that little corner. I wasn't really expecting him to go there, but I tried. So what I really have to do is I have to spam some wizards and let them get up close, blow it up, and then I'm going to drop my witches, because I know for a fact there's a giant bomb right there. And as you see, the wizard and the golem just stepped in there. They died. That's alright. I expected that to happen. So now I deploy my witches because I know it's clear. There might be a few more giant bombs in there, might not be. Looks like, yep, there's 2 more bombs, and that's okay too because the witches are pretty far away. And at this point, the wall breakers are going towards the 2 final walls, and they should be able to break through that on the rage spell. Didn't even have to drop a free spell on that inferno because it was already targeting a bunch of other troops, and conveniently the clan castle troops were right there by the free spell, so I was able to freeze most of them and drop a rage, or not a rage spell, but a lightning spell on them. So now, as always, there's a bunch of Teslas that pop out at the bottom. The queen is the only troop I'm watching right now, and when she gets near those, I will most likely drop a free spell unless there's no point to it. So yep, there goes the free spell, and actually not a wise choice there, because first of all, I really shouldn't have actually dropped it. As you see, the queen died before even reaching the Teslas, and if I dropped it anywhere, it should have been in the 4 Teslas. But that's okay, because we're really close to that 50%, and the archers on the bottom, along with those barbarians, are gonna go ahead and get really close, but unfortunately they're not gonna get there, and so I was forced to deploy my awesome valuable clan castle with a bunch of wizards and archers in there and pick up that 50%. So there's really no point in ending the raid here. They're gonna die anyways, so I just let them pick up a few dark or regular elixir, get 11 trophies, which brings us to 3,414 trophies. I think I did the math there right. Maybe not. It doesn't matter. So it's close enough. Up next we have yet another Go Wee raid. If you notice that I deployed the golems at the top and bottom corners on the right side, and then 1 golem down the center, that's kind of what I was taught to do, and it does actually work. It actually picks up a lot of defenses, and it kind of balances them out for each golem, because if you put the golems way too close together, it turns out that all the defenses focus on this one part of the base, and then your heroes and witches and wizards get killed. So the last wall here that breaks towards the center core is actually pretty far away from the outer one. This is kind of like the flower design is what I like to call it. And I was actually able to break through there, and the king, if you didn't see, he actually went all the way around those walls, skipped the town hall, skipped the other inferno, and for some reason went for the other inferno. But the town hall went down either way. I think the queen grabbed it, and now I'm gonna go ahead and drop the rage spell on her. so she can pick up that last stuff over on the right side. There's a wizard tower and an archer tower there, and she's going to be able to walk out of the range, then walk back in it, actually still being raged. That was a really lucky rage spell drop, and now we're pretty close to 50%, so I'm going to speed this one up. I think she's going to get pretty close, like 49%, and then I'm going to have to drop one archer and wait for her to break that dark barrack, which is easy job for her, and that's going to pick us up 2 stars. Then how many trophies do we get? 9 trophies. Pretty nice stuff. Okay, let's see. So up next we have P.E.K.K.A. I don't think that's how you spell chaos, but whatever, close enough, right? Now this base right here, clearly remember I almost lost it. So a few mistakes that I made was there's 2 wizard towers on that side, and there's also an inferno in the center, and that means that I have to freeze all that before I actually attack. Now if you look carefully at the base, I cannot even freeze an inferno and a wizard tower together, plus those clan castle troops came out and I was totally unprepared. At this point my attack strategy is ruined, and I'm literally rushing to get my heroes to that town hall. I have no idea what's gonna happen, or even if we're gonna get the town hall, because at this point I don't see any golems left over. I only see the heroes. Well, actually I lied. There's one golem on the hitting the corner there, but he's not doing a great job. He's just picking up that archer mortar cannon and what's it called? Wizard? No, not wizard. X-bow. I'm sorry. I'm having troubles remembering the names of the buildings. Okay, so watch this. I dropped the free spell on the X-bow and the Inferno just before the Queen's health ran out. Look how low that is, and her ability was already used, and she was barely able to pick up that Town Hall. I was really lucky on that one. I have no idea how I pulled that one off, because that should have been a definite loss. But I'm not even going to speak anything about 50%. I mean, that was a horrible raid, horrible execution on my part. But either way, we're able to pick up 3 trophies. That was a Master 1, by the way. And that brings us to 3,426 right there. Came back to my base to show you the proof to that. And we're going to go ahead and move on to our second 6-hour shift. And right here, we once again see this very much popular base that I like to attack. Now I think this is the miracle one. We're gonna go ahead and see what happens here. So once again, golems all over the bottom side, 1 down the center, two on the sides, and the heroes down the middle along with the witches. So far it's going just fine. There's nothing bad happening. Everything's going all right. Looks like the wall breakers are running up to the wall. I should be able to break through that. Went ahead and dropped the free spell on that multi-target Inferno so that it doesn't kill my wall breakers. But what happened now is the king for a second walked out to that archer queen, and my archer queen for some reason went for that elixir storage instead of helping the king. Also, apparently there were a little bit more clan castle troops, and I was in deep trouble because there's 2 wizards, a level 6, and my queen is not even targeting them. That's horrible. So obviously now they're going for that golem over there, but the queen already died out because obviously she, instead of going for the town hall, went over to destroy the elixir storage. I'm at 43% with 25 seconds left. I'm dropping my 14 barbarians, my 8 archers, or however many I have left. And the wizards came over there, they wrecked my barbarians, they wrecked my archers, and I dropped my clan castle at the top, which also has a bunch of wizards and archers. 44%, 45, we're getting really close. 47, 8 seconds left, 48%. And that is it. 30 trophies lost. That brings all the efforts that were shown before back down to under what we started. 2 trophies under what we started. And congratulations to me, I lost another raid, which was minus 28 cups, bringing us down to 3,368. Man, I was done for that day. But in the evening, I decided to log back on and continue raiding because I'm just that stubborn. And we hit this base in the evening time. I was actually really frustrated, guys, because minus 30, minus 28 is minus 58 cups. And that pretty much brings me down back to episode 1. So I was in deep trouble. I was really frustrated, but again, I said I was pretty stubborn, so I continued raiding. And in the next episode, I'll do something really crazy, really intense with my heroes, and maybe some of you saw it on my Twitter, but okay. You'll see it in the next episode, but that's just a little sneak peek, I guess, for you. Okay, so the king here was actually able to get to the center. It's actually a fairly easy base. I mean, the walls are nowhere near the Town Hall 10 standards, and that's why we were able to get to the center pretty easily. This design is actually used by a lot of top players, except it's usually blue walls. I mean, level 11 walls. We call them blue walls. And obviously all the defenses are usually maxed. And actually looking at this base, the defenses are maxed, it's just the walls aren't. So that was a downfall for this base. Either way, we're able to pick up 1 star for the town hall. And let's go ahead and see if I can actually pick up any more percentage. I think I just dropped the lightning spell on one of the cannons, and that took it out. And then our archer at the right was able to pick up the last 50%, but I also let that archer at the bottom pick up a few more dark elixir. Okay, once that happened, we have a bunch of time left. Oh, I think I was just talking to my dad here and I forgot to cut the raid. So we're just going to watch nothing happen for the last 30 seconds. Either way, good raid there, 10 trophies, makes me happy, which brings us to 3,378. We got a lot of work to do. So here's our next raid. And the trophies in the evening for me are just crap. I mean, they're bad. I would rather raid in the morning than night. So, and also what I do is I switch languages in the language tab, and I go to like different languages pretty much, and apparently that switches your servers that you play on. And sometimes if you go to the right server, and there's not a particular server that gives you more trophies than the other one, but if you kind of switch servers around, languages around, you kind of get better raids is what I noticed. And especially in Netherlands, that is the best server for me. Not always though. UK is also pretty good. Although, no, yeah, UK doesn't exist. I don't know what I'm talking about. Netherlands is the best. So, yeah. Moving on to this base, pretty popular layout too. There's like 2 different variations. There's like boxes right next to each other, and then there are boxes in kind of corners around the base like this one. And because the walls were low and the defenses weren't even maxed out, obviously it was an easy job for the queen and king to get to the center and pick up not only the town hall, but also pick up the 50%. Although we have a minute left, so I think we might have to use our backup archers in clan castle to get the 50%. Which is not a problem. 47%, that's pretty close. I have to watch out for that queen over there, because she does have irides that she will try to use against us. And I went ahead and dropped a bunch of barbs at the top, bringing us to 49%. Boom, lightning spell on that altar, and that is a 50%. Yep. So 4 trophies right there, pretty nice stuff. And that brings us to 3,382, and that now a miracle happens. So I have to log off. It's a 6-hour shift. It's over. And I get attacked. Okay. Usually when you get attacked, you probably lose. For my current trophy count, I usually lose anywhere from 1 to 15 trophies. So I log on and I have no idea what's happening, and I see that somebody attacked me from clan CN.1. I guess that's a website, whatever, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, I have no idea. It doesn't matter. So I'm watching this replay, and so far obviously it looks okay at this point, but if you guys saw at the beginning, what happened was my clan castle troops came out, and the wizards inside my clan castle absolutely wrecked the guy's P.E.K.K.A. This was supposed to be a go wipe. So this guy is out of P.E.K.K.A, and P.E.K.K.A right now, level 5, are like your secondary heroes. The level 5 P.E.K.K.A is pretty much like a barbarian king walking around, except its damage is like 3 times or even 4 times as big. So this guy is rushing to get at least 50% at this point, because obviously that town hall is not even reachable by his troops. There's 2 walls separating. He's out of wall breakers and everything. So he has a bunch of wizards in the clan castle. His king just died out, and the golem just died. So now the wizards are all by themselves. My giant bomb just went off. Or no. That wasn't a giant bomb. That was like just a small bomb. Okay, but that caused some damage to the wizards. And at this point, they're at 47%. There's 2 wizards there, by the way. They're kind of hiding behind each other. And because of that wizard tower in the corners, I'm so lucky to have that wizard right there. It killed those last 2 wizards. So wizards versus wizards. The irony. That's 39 trophies for me, which brings me back to 3,421, which makes me extremely happy. So what I wanted to explain is I was in the clan Lattice play for like 3 days, and people were wondering what happened to Quantum's Web. Nothing happened. This is all the Quantum's Web players and some other players from different clans. And what we did this for is to notify Supercell that currently what's happening in the top leagues, like 4,000 trophies plus, is absolutely ridiculous. Pretty much you run a 6-hour shift, you don't find any bases, or you might find one and you get like 1 trophy, right? And then you get kicked off after 6 hours. Now when you log back on, apparently somebody 1,000 trophies below you attacks you, and you lose 38, 39 trophies, which is ridiculous. And I think Supercell is doing this to drop the top players off the leaderboards. I have no idea what their purpose is, whether it's to bring more money to the company or something, but Apparently I don't agree with it, and Quantum's Web and some other clans also don't agree with it. So Supercell, if you're watching this video, please fix your trophy system. That is absolutely unfair for you to be dropping top players when they pay that much money monthly. And that was a little rant by me. Anyways, guys, that's all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, so make sure you smash that like button as well as subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. Check out my Twitter at MaddenDvinik and my Instagram, which is not at MaddenDvinik, but just Instagram.com/MaddenDvinik, and follow me on there. And don't forget to check out Free My Apps by clicking the free gems or going to the link down in the description, and check out my previous video, which is some pretty epic raids. That's it for this one. Make it a great Clash time or not, the choice is yours.